So we're back with a brand new episode of Walkin Talkin with Tim. And my guest today is the Elisha Elliott. You all know her and love her. So Elisha is the, oh my God, Community Outreach Director and Bereavement Counselor at McGuinness Funeral Home. Yes, I got it. I did it.
You did it.
See, these are a challenge for me. You know, it's a lot. You know, these long titles. I'm like, oh my God. So to start out, let's tell everybody. You tell everyone what exactly it is that actually means to you.
Okay, what that means to me is we take care of not just our families that we serve through their greatest loss, but we also help the community with whatever resources that they need, whether it is finding an elder care attorney, an estate planning attorney, long-term care facility, in-home care. It's helping people through the toughest time, the biggest decision-making that they have to do in their life. And a lot of people don't think about those things until they absolutely have to. And I just want them to avoid a crisis at all possible. And
help as much as you can through that process, right?
Yes.
So let's rewind the tape all the way back. Everybody knows I ask 1,000 questions in these things. So you said that you started out in, was it Sewell, right?
I did.
And you went to Oak Valley, you went to Deptford High School, you're a Spartan.
I am.
There's a lot of people out there that are going to be happy to hear that you're a Spartan, including like Dave Kryshak's a Spartan, Bill Hoffman's a Spartan. We had a lot of Spartans on, actually. So, of course we would, because we're right here in Deptford Township and Woodbury and all that. So, you said that you met your husband in high school.
I did. We're high school sweethearts.
And you said that you met your husband at your
16th birthday.
Right?
Yes.
16 candles, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. I started calling her Molly halfway through the interview. So, and just for the record, her husband's name is not Jake. So, but you said that once you got out of high school, you went to Glassboro State.
I did.
And to help understand your journey, talk a little bit about what you did at Glassboro State and how that kind of didn't end up happening in real life.
Okay.
Because that helps these young people that are figuring out what they're going to do.
Yes. Young people out there know that what you decide to do in college may not be what you actually do for life, and that's okay.
Right.
Don't put that pressure on yourself. So I was a secondary education and psychology major in college. And I was told my junior year of college by this highly regarded professor that I should never work with people, let alone children.
Is he still highly regarded?
She is with the Lord now, I think.
Then yes, she's highly regarded.
Yeah. So I ended my time there. I graduated at 4 years, and then I became a technical writer for an insurance company in Philadelphia, which was great. I loved it until...
Can we tell them what that means?
Oh, okay. Yes, I know.
Because I love this.
Quite technical. So you know those user guides that you get with your computer or...
IKEA?
Any software that you might get that you need to learn about, I write those user guides.
That bookshelf you couldn't put together because, there was a sentence missing in the owner's manual?
Yep.
It's you.
Yeah, that user guide might not have had a good editor. So I did that until my job actually left me to go to Boston. I didn't go to Boston, my job did.
Would have been fun though.
It would have been, but we had a little one at the time.
Yes.
So I was a stay-at-home mom until about 2004 when I became the youth director for my church in Woodbury Heights. And through that, I met McGuinness. In addition to being the youth director, I was also the funeral coordinator for the church. And that's how I met McGuinness, and I just loved working with them in my church, and I wanted to work with them on a more regular basis because they always brought something so special to their services, and I wanted to be a part of that. So in 2013, they approached me and they said, we have an idea for a position if you're interested. So they brought me in and they said, we have some outreach programs right now, but it's really not what we want. We want it to be bigger. We want it to be more involved in the community. And if you have any ideas about how we can do that, and if you're interested, let us know.
So what's interesting also is that it's while we're talking about your journey in Glassboro State, is that your daughters So we have a similar story. So you have 2 daughters, and so do I, and they're about the same distance apart, right?
Right.
And your daughters are going to, are they both at Rowan?
They are both at Rowan.
Yes. And ironically, one is going for teaching and one is going for psychology.
Yes. The apples didn't fall far from the tree.
And it's Madeline and
Lauren.
Yes. There you go. 25 and 21. There you go.
Yep.
So my daughters are Sarah and Krista, and they're 26 and 23. So, I'm just one click ahead of you.
Yes.
One click. So that's very cool. And I thought that was an interesting little tidbit, actually, that your professor told you that.
Right.
And you...
Yes, I should not be working with people, but look at me now.
Right. But your daughters actually have to have recognized the fact that what's cool about mom and what mom's doing is cool, and thought, well, I'm going to take that path, and you know what? I'm going to take that path, I guess. That's kind of fun. That's good for you. That's a nod to mom, for sure.
Yes. And I'm proud of them.
Very nice. And then also... we have to talk about the 52 events a year.
Yes.
For the love of God, tell them about the 52 events.
Okay, so when I first came on to McGuinness, they had 3 events a year. They were all remembrance events, which were great.
3.
And
my God.
Over the course of 3 years, networking with all the wonderful people that I network with and seeing what their clients and families were needing, and talking to the families that we served, I thought, we can be so much more than a funeral home. So we bring webinars. We have more remembrance events. We have a lot of community events, like our shredding event, the 9/11 remembrance event.
Coming up.
We honor our first responders. We honor our clergy. We honor pet loss. We do so much more for our families because there is that need. So after being with McGuinness for about 4 years, I looked at my calendar and I said, I have 52 events this year. So, but because I work with so many wonderful people, so many experts in their field, I'm able to bring them in, and it's not just me driving the car. I have other people come in and help me with the information that needs to be broadcasted.
You talked a little bit about collecting toys as well.
Oh, yes.
That was for...
Toys for Tots.
Yeah, but it was also for something specific organization, the Marine...
Oh, the Marine Corps League. Yeah.
Right.
They, so the past several years, we've seen the change in people's giving and ability to give.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. And that's affected the Marine Corps League and their Toys for Tots annual drive. So this year we're going to have a gala to help get the toys that they need, so that no child wakes up on Christmas morning without a toy.
Roger that. So you also told me that one of your favorite things to do when you're not working is hang with your family.
Yes.
You like to travel.
I do.
You're going away soon again. Good for you, right?
Yes.
You guys just got back from...
Indiana,
that's it. I know it was Ohio as well.
Ohio, yeah. Made a few stops.
Right. You guys had a big trip. I watched it go by on Facebook. Yeah. Lots of good pictures.
Yes.
So you love to travel.
Love it.
And you also have a place in Ocean City, which you love, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Is that your zen?
It is. We crossed that 9th Street Bridge, and the weight of the world is lifted off my shoulders immediately.
It's amazing.
Love it there.
We have a little fun thing we do in Stone Harbor. It's the same. When you cross that little bridge, it's like you hope that you leave everything else on the other side of the bridge. But
check it at the foot of the bridge.
Yeah. I'm almost a good luck with that, but I'm trying. At least for me anyway. So the other thing was we talked a little bit about what music you like. And I was surprised to hear that you like 80s music.
Oh, wow. Well, as a child of the 80s, yes, I love 80s music. I love classic rock, really. So,
but specifically, you said you like hair bands, which is not the typical 80s music. We're not talking about Video Killed the Radio Star. We're talking about hair bands. Like, yes. I'm gonna, come on, give me a couple of them.
Oh, Def Leppard.
Oh, giddy up.
Come on.
Love that. Bon Jovi in there?
Bon Jovi, of course. Aerosmith, AC/DC. Trying to think. A little bit of Cinderella, just because they're Philly guys. But, that's about it.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
And you were in the band in high school.
Oh, yes.
I can't leave this part out. Because I was a band geek in high school, and you were in the band. And wait, what did you do?
I was a pom-pom girl.
She was the pom-pom girl. I love that so much.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, it's kind of funny because if you think about it, you were the pom-pom girl in the band, and what was the purpose of the pom-pom girl in the band?
I guess the purpose was to just deflect from the other activity on the field. I don't know,
It was to create positive energy,
and to be cute.
It was to create. It was literally to create positive energy on the field, because you weren't playing an instrument, right?
No.
So it was like it was to create happiness. It was to be fun, right?
Yeah.
Which is essentially what you ended up growing into as an adult. You're the oracle of positive energy in your community when it comes to people want someone to talk to or need to talk about something, they're calling you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And that's the way I see it. You and I got together for coffee with my wife Deb, and we talked for a little while, and that's kind of what I picked up on mostly was that you just have a personality that's easy to talk to, and if you're having problems with whether it's a bereavement or some other issue that's causing you a lot of problems in your life, you're a good person to go to for that. I imagine a lot of folks call you.
They do.
And say, can we get together? I need to talk about something, right?
Yes.
And that's got to be a great feeling because, at the end of the day, that even though it's a lot of work and you probably take a lot of that home with you, it's still got to be super satisfying to be able to help someone when you can.
It's incredibly rewarding to be able to help someone through the worst time of their life, to be a sounding board, to let them know that their grief is real and there's nothing wrong with them for feeling what they feel, and to just give them that peace of mind that it's eventually going to be okay.
Exactly right. So, Elisha, great person. If you don't know her, get to know her because you should know her. So if people, almost hit that tree, watch out for the trees. So if people want to get a hold of you, how would they do that?
Well, they can check me out on Facebook. I'm always on that, posting things and answering people's questions. You can call me. My cell phone is everywhere. I think everybody in New Jersey has my cell phone, which is fine. I want it that way. But you can go onto our website, www.mcgfuneral.com.
And you guys are all over social media too, right?
Oh, yes.
So Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Everything.
You guys have sites, pages.
Yes.
Perfect. So that wraps it up for us. Thanks for being on.
Oh, thanks for having me.
This was a lot of fun. It always is. And you guys, thanks for following. Keep on moving. Follow me on Instagram. And we will see you next time on Walkin' and Talkin' with Tim.